Hey my friends, this is Sylvie Curry, Lady of Q, and I'm once again in my kitchen. Let me tell you what the deal is today. Hubby slips off and goes to Costco this morning. He gives me a call from Costco asking me if there's anything that I wanted him to pick up for me. Couldn't think of anything other than, hey, why don't you pick up something for me to cook today for dinner? Just as long as it's not chicken. So, lo and behold, when he gets home, guess what he brought back? Slab of pork belly. Yep, a slab of pork belly. Ordinarily when I cook pork belly, I do smoke it. But this time I decided to do it a little bit different. So I'm gonna do a honey soy glazed pork belly, and I'm gonna do it in the pressure cooker. Let's do this, see what I got, okay? Take 3. Honey soy glazed pork belly. The ingredients that are going to go into this pork belly there are quite a few. I'm going to go through them with you. I've got this approximately 10 cloves of garlic sliced in half. This is about 1.5 inch nub of fresh ginger sliced. 3 to 4 bay leaves. 2 star anise. A cinnamon stick and kombu or dashima. I've got a couple of tablespoons of honey, black peppercorns, and that's probably about 1/2 to a teaspoon. Here I have my soy sauce, that's 1/4 cup. Shoshing wine, 1/4 cup. Here I have rice wine, that's also 1/4 cup. And mirin, that's about 2 tablespoons. On the side, I have a couple of cups of water, and I'm not going to use all of it. That's just to make sure that I'm able to cover the pork belly once I put it in the pressure cooker. This is the pork belly. It's about, some pieces about a little less than 1 inch to about 1.5 inches. And that's about 4 pounds of pork belly. It's skinless, with a fat cap. I'm going to be cooking this pork belly in the pressure cooker. Before I cook it, I am going to go through and brown it or saute it so I can get some caramelization around it. And we'll start that process now. I made sure to pat each piece of the pork belly with a paper towel just to get as much moisture out of it as possible, and that'll make it easier for it to brown. Because of the size of the pressure cooker, I can only do maybe a couple of pieces at a time. I've got about a tablespoon of avocado oil in the pressure cooker. It's heated up, so I'm going to start by putting a couple of pieces in there now. Got that nice caramelization going on there. Now put it on the meat side, and we'll let that get brown. Always so that it can brown on the side. All of my pork belly pieces have been caramelized or browned. Now I'm going to remove some of this oil from this pressure cooker because I don't want that much oil, and this is going to render a whole lot more fat. So we don't want that. So let me go do that, and I'll be right back. I'm going to start by adding the garlic and the ginger And we're going to get a little bit of a saute going after that. No more than about 30 seconds to a minute. And then I'll add all the other ingredients. Oh my, does that smell yummy, that garlic and that ginger. Next I'm going to add back in my pork belly. I put that pork belly in there that side up, and there was some juices that were left in a little pan that I had it in. I put that in there. Now I'm going to add all the other ingredients. That includes soy sauce, Cochin wine, rice wine, mirin, star anise, bay leaves, peppercorn, that kongu and cinnamon. I did add the honey, and I added the 2 cups of water, and I think it's come up to a good level. I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to have this set for 35 minutes of pressure cook, and then I'm going to, when it finishes at 35 minutes, then I'm going to take it off and see what we have. I set the pressure cooker for 35 minutes, and it's on the soup stew setting. It's down to 33 now, but it started out at 35. The pork belly was braising in the pressure cooker, and it went for 35 minutes. And when I tested it for tenderness, it wasn't quite ready yet, so I put it on for another 15. Now I'm at the point where I'm trying to reduce the sauce so I can get a syrupy type glaze. And the pork belly could stand a little bit more cooking too, so I'm leaving it in there with the sauce as it reduces. This process may take a while because there's quite a bit of liquid in there, so we'll be back as we get closer and closer to it being done. You can tell by the size of the bubbles and the sound that my sauce, my braising liquid, is reducing quite nicely. It still is not a syrupy texture yet, and so we got a little bit longer to go to get to that phase. And I'll let you know where we are when we get there. My braising liquid has reduced, and we are done. Honey, soy, glazed pork belly.